Hello and welcome. So, you have moved to Thailand, bought the house, married the girl, dug the well, built the spirit house. Now you are ready to enjoy the quiet tropical life, eh? Except you are not alone. Because in rural Thailand, keeping the house clean is not just about vacuuming and tidying up like back in Blighty or wherever you come from. Oh no. It is about outwitting an army of geckos, ants, dust devils, spiders, frogs, lizards, toads, termites, and a suspiciously smug rat that somehow lives inside the toilet wall. Welcome to jungle home life, my friend. Here are 10 tips on how this grumpy old Englishman keeps his Thai house clean. Well, mostly. 1. Accept that nature is winning. Let us start here. You are not going to beat nature. You are just negotiating with it. The jungle was here first. The termites know this. The geckos had deeds to the ceiling. Then the ants. They run their own delivery network right across your kitchen counter. The goal is not perfection. The goal is containment. 2. Sweep like you mean it. Forget your lightweight hoover from back home. This is coconut broom territory now, and yes, you will sweep 2 or 3 times a day. Morning sweep for dust and gecko droppings. Afternoon sweep for dead insects and lizard towels. Evening sweep for mystery crumbs and more gecko droppings. Start thinking of sweeping as meditation or punishment. Whatever helps you to do it properly. 3. The towel is mightier than the microwave. Here in Isaan, the traditional charcoal stove, the towel, still reigns supreme. Yes, you or your wife may have insisted on a Western style kitchen when you built the house, but guess what? The towel is out back on the patio covered in spiders' webs, and that is where the real cooking happens. Which means ashes, coal dust, oil splatters and fish bones are not inside the kitchen. They are all over the back patio. Cleaning? Yes. However, do not fight it. Just sweep the ashes into the flower bed. Even the marigolds like pad kapow residue. 4. Tile floors. Pretty but can be slippery death traps. Thai houses love ceramic tiles. Cool on the feet, easy to clean. Also lethal after a rainstorm if you do not have the right tiles. You will mop daily, you will leave the mop outside, you will forget, you will walk barefoot into the kitchen after a shower and do the splits like a geriatric ballerina. Solution? Buy those anti-slip mats. Alternatively, develop the balance of a Muay Thai fighter, whichever happens first. 5. Ants are inevitable. However, winnable. Look, there are more ants than there are grains of rice in Thailand. They will find 1 grain of sugar in a sealed jar from last century. They will come in different sizes. Tiny sugar ants, red biting ants, black scout ants, and the occasional, what the hell is that, mutant from the mango tree. However, here is a trick. Vinegar spray, baking soda, chalk lines, lemon peels, and absolute dish discipline. And that means no dishes in the sink overnight. Ever. Not once. Not even if you're drunk. 6. The lizard treaty. Geckos. They are everywhere. On your walls, behind the clock, under your pillow. However, do not be too quick with the broom. These little beasts eat mosquitoes, flies, and worse. The trick is diplomacy. Allow some geckos to stay. Nevertheless, if one of them poops on your Buddha shelf, it is gone. 7. Ceiling fans versus tropical dust. Ceiling fans look innocent enough until you stand on a chair and realise they have accumulated enough dust to stuff a pillow. In Thailand, dust arrives daily from the roads, from the rice fields, from your neighbours burning things. They swore they would not burn this season. Schedule your fan cleaning. Make it a monthly ritual, or risk a cyclone of grime every time you turn it on. 8. Windows are for looking, not for opening. Thai windows let in light and everything else. You open the window for fresh air and suddenly the room has been filled with smoke, bugs and a loudspeaker announcement about a lost water buffalo. Better to keep them shut. Use a fan. In addition, double down on mosquito nets, screens and enough coil smoke to keep out Dracula. However, I have to confess, not in our house. Windows are open to let in fresh air, as dust and geckos are an unpleasant fact of life in Thailand. 9. Clean the water, even if you do not understand it. You might not be Buddhist, you might not know why there is a bowl of water next to a tiny statue on the floating shelf. However, let me be clear, do not ignore the spirit water. Clean it, dust it, replace the flowers. If your wife finds a cobweb on the incense tray, she and possibly the ancestors will curse you. However, I made one minor mistake while cleaning the altar many years ago, which resulted in a ban from cleaning it again for life. If you are interested in what I did, leave a comment below and I may tell you what happened. Number 10. The bathroom. It is not the enemy, you are. Yes, it may be tiled head to toe. Yes, you will see very small frogs occasionally. Yes, the water pressure will randomly drop to a dribble while you shower and are fully covered in soap. Nevertheless, a clean Thai bathroom is achievable. Use bleach regularly, keep your flip-flops handy. Moreover, whatever you do, never flush tissue down the loo. There is a bin for that, always was, always will be. However, in our household, we ignore that. Having a good bum gun is crucial, so very little toilet paper is used. Furthermore, if you have a good septic tank, it will be many years before you need it emptying. A bonus tip, don't over clean her stuff. You may think you are helping by organising the bottles near the cooking stove or wiping down the corner near the mortar and pestle. Wrong. These spots are sacred. That shelf of sauces has an order. That old rice cooker with no lid still works, still sacred. Clean around it, never through it. So, can you keep a Thai house clean? Yes, sort of, mostly. You will not win every battle. The frogs will return, the ants will regroup, the geckos will poop in new and more creative places. Nevertheless, if you sweep often, clean with respect, and know what to let go, your house will shine, your wife will smile, and you will finally understand why brooms are sold by the dozen at almost every market. However, do remember that house cleaning is not about perfection. It is about balance. If you live with geckos, one more thing. Has your wife ever shouted at you for sweeping the ashes in the wrong flower bed? If so, then hit those like and subscribe buttons, as it helps this channel grow. And tell me in the comments your best tip or horror story for keeping a Thai house clean. This has been your grumpy Englishman in Isaan, bravely battling the tropics with the broom and the bug spray. I shall now go and get myself a cold drink before I start swatting a few more mosquitoes. Finally, before I go, do not forget to check under the fridge. You never know what has moved in overnight. See you next time. Bye bye.